Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Hope y'all having a blessed Tuesday. Hey kings and queens, I want to first start off by saying happy birthday to my niece Drika. Drika, I hope you have many more birthdays, and I hope hope you had a blessed day today on your birthday. Um, hey kings and queens, hey Wanda, hey Sandra. How y'all doing on YouTube? How y'all doing on Facebook? And I chose to go live on TikTok. I haven't been live on TikTok in quite some time. So I chose not to go live today on IG since they always playing with me when I go live. They be playing with me. I understand a lot of us like to engage in a lot of stuff that's going on with the mess in New Orleans, but um, I got loyal people that follow me. They be on my platform and they be on it every day. And I thank y'all for that. And I have much love and respect for y'all for following me, even though y'all get the opportunity to go other places. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all chose to be on my platform. And I thank y'all and I appreciate you. Y'all for that, Sandra and Wanda. So y'all, let me say this. Today, my topic on YouTube is, and I'm only telling y'all my topic on YouTube is because my main goal is for everybody to be on one accord on my YouTube channel, which is I Am Ann Mays. The only reason why I am on Facebook is because one of my followers don't have no other social media platforms. So today, what I want to talk about, my topic today is talking about private school, talking about, do you feel safe? Do you think private school is safe for your kids? That's what we'll be talking about today. So I'm not going to get into the topic today. For the people on TikTok, I have my own YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is I Am Ann Mays. So y'all can go, like, subscribe. I come live from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on my YouTube channel at 7 o'clock um, New Orleans time. Um, so I'm not going to start with talking about the topic, but I want to explain to y'all what the topic is about today. The topic today, we're talking about private schools. And I'm going to tell y'all why I decided to talk about private schools, because I was on TikTok and I saw a young lady talking about Holy Cross Private School, where my grandson used to go, and I found it, and they kicked him out. So I listened to the young lady that was on YouTube, and something happened when it came down to races with her son going to Holy Cross as well. So my grandson got kicked out of Holy Cross. I don't know the whole details about it because I am just his grandmother. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I know he was kicked out. But what I would tell a lot of y'all parents that have y'all kids in private school is that you praying for their safety, you paying for their education. But I want to let y'all know that when y'all think y'all kids are safe because y'all paying for their tuition and paying for them to go to private school, me as a grandmother, I talk to other parents and other people that have kids in private school, and I do know, hey Brian, I do know that some of the kids be smoking in the bathrooms at the private schools. Some of the kids be doing all kind of stuff in private schools, but the private schools throw stuff under the rug where you won't find out certain things that's going on. Now, I don't particularly know exactly what happened with this this lady and her son at Holy Cross, but I do know that I'm speaking for my grandson got kicked out of Holy Cross, and my grandson was on the football team. So I don't know much about what happened. I can only speak on what I do know. I don't want to say the wrong things, but let me tell y'all something. Around the world, or a lot of y'all that's around the world, a lot of y'all don't recognize and realize that racists still exist in America. They still got racist people, and if your child, even though you're paying for your child to go to a private school, the majority, it all depends on the area. It all depends on who running the schools, because when it's called private school, so certain things that you can find out about a public school, you can't find out about a private school, because that's why it's considered as a private school. But let me say this: if you got a child that have certain mental health, hey Sheila, hey Queen, um, have certain mental issues, I don't think a private school is the best school for them. And the reason why I'm saying that, we could agree to disagree. And the reason why I'm saying that is because um, they don't focus on your child for special need, or your child needing help. You paying for your child to get a better education. Um, I think you paying for them to get a better education. You paying for them to be protected. You paying for them to do certain things at their school that they normally probably wouldn't do at a regular school. But um, in a lot of ways, your child is not getting taught a lot of things that they probably would get taught at a regular school. I'm gonna say that the private school is certain private school is non-tolerance, and your child might get in trouble like one time, and I think they're gonna kick them out after they get in trouble, because I think most of those private schools, even though you're paying all your money, they still gonna kick your child out regardless of whether you're paying money or not. So we'll come back to that later. So something else that I really want to talk about, I want to talk about our bounce community down here in New Orleans. Now we got a lot of stuff going on down here in New Orleans, but the bounce community, the bounce people, every time you look around, is something going on with the bounce community in New Orleans. Now, mind you, a lot of bounce community artists been getting in trouble, and a lot been going on with a lot of the bounce people, in New Orleans. But I want to say this. So, for a lot of y'all who didn't see the fight with Sissy Nobi and a couple of other people, now my point of view from the fight with Sissy Nobi, hey, sex, hey, y'all, thank y'all. My point of view with the fight with Sissy Nobi is that I don't know what happened in the beginning for the fight to take place. My opinion is that I feel like they was wrong. I feel like they kicked him when he was down. I don't know what happened. They say he pushed the female in her face. Okay, all right. If that happened, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But let's say if it did happen, if he pushed the female in her face, they could have addressed that situation in a different manner. But kicking him all in his face, in his head, and all that was diabolical. And it was totally out of order. And I feel like once he was down on the ground, he was no longer a threat to nobody. And I just feel like it's sad to say that every time one of our people get into a altercation in New Orleans, it's never one on one. It's always somebody got to jump in. It's almost like I done saw so many people jump so many people to it. It's ridiculous. So I'm just trying to understand, and I do understand, why do people that get into altercations with people and they be one on one, why people feel the need that they got to jump in and at on I mean let me slow down, y'all. Why do people feel like they got to jump in when it's a fight? Now with Sissy Novi, he wasn't getting the best of nobody. He was on the ground, being kicked in his face, in his head, and he was being beaten when he was down. And I know when I was coming up as a young girl, they always say, don't kick a man when he's down, or a woman. And that's what happened. And it was just out of order. And I didn't like it, but it's nothing that I can do about it. But it is what it is. But I do know when you do stuff like that to people, each and every one of those people that kicked him while he was down, is consequence and repercussion for everything that we do as a human being. And they might look back one time in their life and realize that they was wrong if they don't take accountability. What I do want people to know, whatever we do in life, whatever kind of energy we pour out, we get that back in some. Hey Gigi, hey Queen, hey Sabrina. We get that back in some. So let me say this, y'all. Now, before I came live, because I am live on YouTube right now. Hey Dina, hey Queen. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm live on Facebook right now. So before I started my live, I looked on my phone on Instagram, and Sissy Novi has been arrested and he's in jail for DUI. He's in jail for suspended driving license. The majority he in jail for obstructing and whatever, all the other charges, traffic misdemeanor charges. So I mean, I've been saying a lot of stuff been going on with Sissy Novi, but let me say this: the charges that he do have, he will be home soon. But let me say a lot of y'all something that y'all don't know. See, when God have something supernatural for you in your life, you gotta dot your I's and cross your T's, and you got to be more careful in my own verse. And you got to stay away from negative people. Because at the end of the day, into all this led up to a lot of stuff. But before, when Sister Noble was on the Bounce Show, I don't know what happened. He said he wasn't dealing with that and all that kind of stuff there, and he backed away from that stuff. And then he chose to go another route. And it seemed like to me, ever since he chose to go another route, it's like every day something happening, something going on. Hey, Tanette, something going on. But at the end of the day, me as a human being, I will pray for him and ask God to protect and cover him in spite of his imperfection, and ask God to have mercy on his soul, because ain't none of us perfect. We all are imperfect people, and I don't understand how people be the first ones when somebody get in trouble, somebody go to jail. When you are a celebrity on social media, they tear you down on, not just on social media. When you a known person, and just like if I was to get in any type of trouble or something happened with me, the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna post the negative shit. But let me post something positive. When I post positive shit, guess what? I don't get a lot of, clap back. I get all, when I post negative shit, all my views and all that go up. But when I post positive shit, it's like they don't even see it. Like they got a blind eye. They don't see nothing positive. So, in spite of all this that's going on in Louisiana, still everybody in New Orleans, I'm gonna say, still everybody pulling together, coming together, praying for one another. Everybody is just so much going on. Every day we wake up, if it ain't a fight, it's some shit with the gay and with the punks and all that kind of stuff there. Y'all gotta stop. And I guess in their mind, oh, I'm just a lady in a wheelchair. But at the end of the day, I speak wisdom. I talk about stuff that I've been through in my life. I am a motivational speaker. I try to reach out and touch people so they won't trade places with what I've been through in my life. That's the purpose of me having a YouTube channel, social media, period. Because everything I went through in my life, I tries to motivate some young girl or some young guy so they won't have to go through the things that I went through in my life. And every time I get on social media, it's always some bullshit. in New Orleans. It's always, which they have bullshit everywhere, but New Orleans been tearing the internet off the bone with the bullshit. And it's just sad that we as minority, we as Black people, we can't get along. It's just sad. And everybody love that. On my page and on my social media platform, everything I talk about, I try to make a difference in somebody else's life. And no, a whole lot of people don't watch me. But guess what? I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I'm not going to stop. Because if I touch one person, I know for sure I did a lot. And everything I do, not for me, I'm doing it for Jehovah, and I'm doing it for the people that really need to hear what I'm talking about. But all this stuff that's going on in New Orleans is diabolical. It's a little bit too much. And at the end of the day, that's what the people love. And the sad part about it is that, hold up. The sad part about it is the people that have good platforms, people that's trying to be an inspiration to other people that's transparent like myself and living in their truth. You get very little likes. You know, a lot of people don't want to hear. Let me say this. They don't want to hear about you making a difference or changing in your life. If it ain't nothing negative, a lot of people don't want to hear that. But they do have people around the world that's gonna hear this, and they're gonna be willing to hear this. And one day those same people who don't want to hear right from wrong, they're gonna wish they had to listen to a little lady like me. How about that? I don't care if I have 1, 2, 3 people on my social media platform, I'm still going to deliver the message. When he give me the message, I delivered it. I deliver it. And at the end of the day, whoever don't watch me, whoever don't follow me, I'm not going to be angry at you. I'm not mad at you. But I guarantee you, one day, you're going to wish you had to listen to a little lady like me named Amy out of New Orleans. How about that? So a lot of y'all is sad. It is sad, the stuff that's going on in New Orleans. I thank God for me living on the outskirts of New Orleans. Where I live is non-tolerance. They're not going to tolerate all the bull crap that's going on in New Orleans. Even though people be feeling like, well, if you move there, it's expensive. But guess what? If you got to pay a pretty penny for your freedom, for your safety, for your peace, for your joy, why not pay for it? I'm just saying. And back to what I was saying about the schools. The private schools, they pay, right, they pay at least $80,000 a year for private schools. And at the end of the day, you send your kids to these private schools, and we have the all-boys school down here in New Orleans, is St. O. And I heard something about St. O. I heard that they be smoking in the bathrooms. I heard about them too. It come from some of the children that go there. And a few other schools, I heard about them being racist. I heard about them, if your child not an athlete, all right, if your child is good at football, basketball, softball, whatever it is, they coming after you to get your child to make them look good. See what I'm saying? But a lot of people that put their children in certain private schools, they expecting to know in their mind, they expecting the school to be safe. When a lot of stuff going on in those schools, but by being a private school, that's why y'all can't find out a lot of stuff that's going on. Right. And that's true, because if you put your child in a school and they have the majority of them are, you know, the different rate, and your child is there, and your child probably be like, say the majority of them, say 90% of the children are white, and your child might be like, they might have like 10% of the black children there. So if all is going on and your child getting some type of trouble or whatever might happen, do you really honestly believe that they're going to take your child's side? Do you honestly believe? I know a lot of y'all want the best for y'all children, but sending them to the private schools don't always be what's best for your child. Right, the president, right. And it's a lot that's going on, but at the same time, if you don't educate your child and teach your child about life, you sending them to a private school, they're not teaching them and telling them about the hood. They're not telling them what's going on in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things they're not going to tolerate. And if your child, one of the children that, come from a family, from the hood and all that kind of stuff there, the minute your child mess up one time, I guarantee you they're going to kick them out. And I can vouch for that because my grandbaby went to Holy Cross, and I don't exactly know what happened at Holy Cross, but I know that they put him out the first time. So that means if you didn't pay the tuition, you didn't pay your money, just know that whatever you pay, if it was a deposit, whatever they pay, how they pay, you don't get that back. Because I'm sure they have stipulations when you fill out forms and do paperwork and sign certain documents. I'm sure they're saying, well, if your child cut up or your child do this and this, they're going to kick them out. And most of the time, it don't even be that serious. But if a child lie on your child and say your child did something that they didn't do, just know that they're not going to take your child's side. And I thought before a child could get expelled out of anybody's school, they have hearings. And when they have a hearing, the parent, right, I thought when they have a hearing, the parent have to be there as well as the teacher, the principal, the people from the school board and all that. But it's different when it's a private school. See what I'm saying? Things have changed. And when you decide to put your child in a private school, you got to think about the consequences and the repercussion. And a lot of people don't think about that. They're just thinking in their mind, oh, I got my son, he go to all boys school. This somewhere where the daddy went, or this somewhere where I always wanted him to go, but not knowing in your mind, you thinking he's safer in the private school, and he really not, because at the end of the day, if they can bring cigarettes and they can smoke in the bathroom, what else they can bring in a private school? Clock that tea. So if children come home, if your child come home and tell you it smell like nothing but cigarette in the bathroom and the children be smoking in the bathroom and all that kind of stuff there, to me, I'd be second guessing it. I'd be saying, well, damn, if the children could smoke in the bathroom and my child could come home and complain and smell smoke in the bathroom, secondhand smoke in the bathroom, what else a child can bring to a so-called private school? What else? And then I'm going to say this. So I know a little girl. She a young girl now. She's not a little girl anymore. She stayed, when she went to all-girls school, she stayed. She didn't know anything about girls liking girls or girls being with other girls until she went to an all-girls school. I'm just saying. So you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. You want a better education for your daughter, so you trying to protect your daughter, and your daughter go to an all-girls school, and that's how she found out about girls liking girls and girls kissing girls and girls being with girls. And now she like girls. I'm just saying. Yeah, parents do have to educate their children about the world around them. You're right, Queen. Because at the end of the day, you think a private school going to teach them, about the birds and the bees. You think a private school going to teach them about the block boy, or you think the private school going to teach them, you as a parent should teach your child about life. I mean, about the birds and the bees, about things that they should know from the street. A lot of y'all think it's a game when it come down to certain things, but y'all have to teach. The school is there to teach y'all kids to learn about what's going on. English, social studies, science, spelling. Science, spelling, math. The teacher is there to teach them education. The teacher is not going to teach them about the way of the world. That is your job. Your job is to teach your kids about stuff that's going on in the streets when they leave outside of your house. So if you think your child going to school to learn about what's going on in the real world, you madly mistaken. You have to take your time and take time out with your young adult child or your young child. You got to let your child know that everybody is not their friend, and you got to let your child know about what's wrong and what's right. And you also got to teach your children, your young children, about somebody violating them. You got to talk to your children about another adult, no matter it's mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousins, aunties, all that. You got to sit down and talk to your sons and your daughters, and you got to let them know when they're old enough to understand, and sit down and talk to them and say, whenever you go somewhere and mama and daddy are not around, if somebody touch you inappropriate, I don't want you to be scared to tell me right then and there. A lot of y'all whip y'all children, but y'all don't give them a valid reason why y'all whipping them. If I caught a whipping, I know why I was caught catching a whipping, and I know what I did to catch a whipping. But a lot of y'all parents out there, I know y'all not ready for the conversation. Y'all not ready to talk to your daughter about her having a period. Y'all not ready to talk to your sons about him in his little private part. When he wake up, is standing straight up. Y'all not ready to talk about that with your young adult children. Some of them not even teenagers yet. But whether y'all want to talk to them or not, y'all have to have that talk. And it's sad to say that a lot of children is being touched by relatives, by people that they be around, and people that y'all trust. They be the ones to violate y'all kids. Once your child is violated, you can't go back and change that. You can't take that back. I feel like a lot of y'all should be more protective of y'all children, and y'all are not. Things y'all should be doing for us with y'all kids, y'all are not. And some of y'all shouldn't be using y'all children for leverage when it come down to autism and all that kind of stuff there in ADHD. In the game, I told him, I don't care who it is. Right. So y'all got to really, really sit y'all children down, because last night, I think it was last night, I was on Key Carol. I got on there for a couple of minutes when I got off of my live. And they had a young lady on there saying that she didn't have anybody to watch her baby. And she said she needed to go to work because she had to pay her bills, which is understandable. And she's like, she trusted certain people to watch her daughter. And she let the little girl say what happened to her. And I ain't gonna lie, yo, I was so angry and so mad. I wanted to go through the phone and find out, but it was another little boy. The little boy had them in touch as well. So the little girl said the little boy put his private part in the back of her butt, by her butt. And the little girl ain't no more than 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. I was so angry, burning up inside. And you can't get mad at the parent because she had to go to work and she really needed somebody that she felt like she could trust. And she let them watch her baby. And then the little girl was saying all kind of other stuff. So I'm saying you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Because if you decide to leave your child with their relatives or a family member, you're not thinking that in your mind that a family member or somebody is going to touch your child. It's sad that that's the times that we are living in. And I had somebody in my family that was touched. She was sitting on somebody's lap. Here, you, Queen. She was sitting on a man's lap, and all the while she was sitting on a man's lap. He was playing with her with his finger, and nobody knew because she had a dress on. So that's why I don't play the sitting on no man lap. I don't play that because at the end of the day, they got grandpas, they got uncles, they got some people, they are weak minded and they sick out here. So y'all got to be very, very careful and very mindful of the places that y'all send your kids. And first of all, you got to pray and you got to ask God to protect your child when your child is not around you. And God forbid y'all let people watch your kids, the kids that can't even talk or say somebody touched them. What about the little ones that can't say when somebody abusing them? You know what I'm saying? The world that we living in right now is so scary. Y'all got to be very mindful. Thank y'all, queens and kings on TikTok and on YouTube and Facebook. Thank y'all for the love and support. Y'all got to be very, very, very mindful the decisions that y'all make when it come down to y'all innocent children that don't know no better. And let me say this. So y'all, we constantly be seeing Slim the Body Lash. All right, Slim the Body Lash is somebody that always was talking about her nursing license. She always talked about they took her license and she said they violated her son. Somebody touched her son in some type of way or whatever. Now, what I'm gonna say about Slim the Body Lash, I saw her one time. Thank y'all, Queen. I saw her one time and I offered to bless her with a few dollars. And her attitude, ATT, her attitude was so nasty. And I was like, oh, I just wanted to bless you with something. And she had a little attitude and rolled her eye and was like, like had an attitude. And I said, you know what? I said, girl, I was about to bless you. And she gave me a little nasty look and all that kind of stuff. Then I say, well, okay, thank you anyway. Thank you for your little nasty attitude. So Slim the Body Lash, my intentions was to help her. Once she had a nasty attitude with me, thank you, Queen. Once she started acting some kind of way with me, when I saw, the other guy that tried to help her and her son Gavin was smiling and enjoying himself. And I was like, hey, I like that. Until the guy said that she started some kind of mess and confused. I don't know the whole story, but I know when he was talking about the way that she was with him, I know straight off the back he wasn't lying because she did the same thing to me. She disrespect. She felt like she could just say anything or felt she was walking up, Reed in New Orleans East. And I spotted her. And she do have very nasty, ugly ways. I'm going to say that through experience. I ain't talking about nothing that I heard from nobody else. I'm talking about the encounter that her and I had before. I can say for sure the guy not lying. She do have very nasty, ugly ways. And I would say that a lot of things that she do with her son Gavin, I feel like she teaches him certain things, and he only repeat things that her and him talk about. I feel like he should be in somebody like if they got kids that's autistic that interact with other kids like them, and they get help. They learn how to be self-sufficient. by her son being around her 24 hours and her not letting him be around the outside world is not helping him at all. That's just me. That's my point of view, and that's how I feel. I feel like she should be teaching him. I don't think he have a cell phone. She should be teaching him technology. She should be teaching him how to get along with other people. You know, she should be teaching him about girls, stuff like that, because he's still a young man. I don't know how old he is. Thank y'all, Queen. I don't know how old he is, but I feel like it's me. A lot of things she could be teaching him instead of walking around New Orleans always complaining about this going on, this going on. She complained about something every day. It's not a dull moment with her on social media. Every day she complained about something when she could be taking that energy into doing something else, Joanne. So we're talking about private schools and people that's putting their children in private schools. So she could be, yeah, she could be doing something else with her energy. You know, people didn't help her. I didn't saw the GoFundMe. I didn't saw it got up to, I think they said $8,000. So you got all these people that then pitched in to help her get a car. And I saw she said a light bill was $1,000. But if all these people helped in, even with the $8,000, she still could have. But they say her license is suspended. So let me say this: even if your license are suspended, that don't stop you from buying a car. You could get a car with no license. Clock that T. You can get a car, you can get insurance, and you can park the car and work on getting your driving license instead of you complaining about your nursing license. You can get your driving license faster than your nursing license since you fighting with people allegedly to get your nursing license. So you could be working on that in the process. You could go get your driving license. Right. So how long you gonna keep on, Queen? How long she gonna keep on playing victim? All right. We know about your nursing license. So what is your excuse now that people didn't bless you with $8,000 or more? What is your excuse now about going to get your driving license? Because I'm sure everybody that helped, they helped her on the strength of Gavin, because he seemed like a very nice, he's a very handsome young man and seemed like he's a very nice, humble child. He only repeats stuff that him and his mother hadn't already talked about. That's why when she be saying, Gavin, what they say, Gavin, what this one say, it's like a rehearse, like she rehearsed him to say certain things. And Lord, if I'm wrong, forgive me, but I don't think I'm wrong. Because when she asked the question, he already have the answer right there, like they had already talked about that. And for everybody that helped her, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad because y'all helped her out of the kindness of y'all heart. Now, what she do with the money, that's between her and God. And they got a lot of people try to help her in a lot of ways. She talk about everybody down in New Orleans. She talk about she don't like New Orleans. She talk about she hate the people in New Orleans. So if you feel that way about New Orleans, go get you a fresh start in a whole nother state. That's all I'm saying. If you feel some type of way about New Orleans, if New Orleans is that bad, which New Orleans, we already know New Orleans is corrupted. They got a lot of other states is corrupted too. And the only reason why I can tell y'all New Orleans is corrupted because they did some foul shit to me too. I'm just saying. I almost got unalive. I got pum pum in my back. And the woman didn't get no jail time, even though I hit her. Yeah, I slapped her. But how you gonna bring a pum pum to a fight? And that's what happened. And it wasn't justifiable. But we all know, yeah, the world is corrupted right now because we got a president that's a convicted felon, and there's no way possible that he should have been a president knowing that he's a convicted felon. Convicted felon can't even get certain things in life, but he was able to be the president. Clock that T. Right string, wrong yo-yo. We got to be more careful because that's the way of the world. While we out here fighting against one another, they're over there doing what they want to do, making their own rules and doing what they want to do. Going to war with these people, starting with these people, and they ain't had nothing to do with us. Now we got some of our people gonna be unalive because he out here starting all kind of shit with these people out the country that has nothing to do with us. I bet you he not gonna send his boys to war. I bet you his boys not in the military or not in the army. He not gonna send his boys to war. They well protected. But the U.S. got all these young people out there going to war. Now, not just black, young people just going to war because of him. I'm just saying. And it's sad because every time you look around and you watch the news and you watch stuff that's going on, it's black on black crime and this and that. So y'all, they have just as much as crime going on in their neighborhood like us. And I say this all the time, and I'm gonna say it again. Do y'all not know that black people are not the only ones that's on Section 8? Do y'all know that? Right, a convicted felon, Joanne can't even vote. That's right. Do y'all not know that they have a lot of white people that's on Section 8 just as much as they have black people on Section 8? So what I'm gonna say to a lot of y'all, and I'm gonna say it again because I spoke on this before, where they living at? I want to know what neighborhood they live in. What neighborhood they live in? Because if you go in the hood, the minority black people that's on Section 8 live in the hood. So if they're not in the projects, and if they is in the project, they got the project mixed with some of the people could be homeowners. The white people that live back there, 2 chances to 1, they buying the place that they living in, or they're renting and paying a high rent. But at the same time, you could count on your hands how many people that's black. No, you can't count the black people because it's way more black people than white. But at the same time, where do they live and where they send them at with their vouchers? I'm gonna wait, and I'm not asking for a friend because they have Section 8. They get food stamp. They in low income housing. But do y'all see them? A lot of them in a project. I'm gonna need y'all to think about that. Because guess what? If you go in a lot of our projects, you could count on your hand how many white people live in the projects. I'm just saying. And I don't know if it's like that in all the other states, but if you go in the hood, in low income houses, a lot of places, you're not going to see a lot of them if they got a voucher and they own Section 8, unless you're going to see somebody that's poor white trash. And forgive me for saying that, but I'm just being real. But the middle class, they got vouchers. They stay on the outskirts, and then they say if you're a homeowner, yeah, they are in Texas, huh? But look, let me say this. But if your family member or somebody in your family is a homeowner, and they say you cannot rent to your family members, I be damned. So they want us to believe us. They want us to believe that all these people that have homes and their family members on Section 8, they want us to believe that they're not written to their own family, their own kind. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. And y'all, if y'all lame, if y'all believe that they don't buy houses, a lot of houses, find out their family members that's on Section 8 and low income housing, they let them live in their goddamn house. But one of our people, if our kind have Section 8 houses, if they find out somebody is related to you and you renting from your relative, you're going to get in trouble. I'm just saying. I know somebody got in trouble because they rented to somebody that was kin to them. And it's sad to say that one of your family members or somebody on property, you can't even rent to nobody that's related to you. Not even if it's a second cousin, a third cousin, a full cousin. But the difference between us and them, they know how to throw the rock and hide their hand. Unlike our people get mad. The sister got a house and somebody in section, they might be the cousin. The sister gonna get mad and call the people up on the sister and tell her, oh yeah, you know, she got a cousin living in the house and all that. Unlike they know how to throw the rock and hide their hand. Right, Queen? Maddie. But since our people can't see what's going on in the world, it's crazy. It's crazy that our people can't even get along. And guess what? Them people got more shit going on in their neighborhood. And they're doing more shit. But you know why y'all don't hear about it every day? Or y'all don't hear about it a lot? Because they know how to throw the rock and hide their hand. How long? All right, our ancestors died for freedom and all that kind of stuff there. But at the end of the day, we still living in a world where it's still racist. It's certain areas that, y'all, let me tell you something. Where I live, it's half and half. But I live an hour away from New Orleans. But let me say this. I was riding one time and I got lost. It wasn't too far from where I live. But I got lost and it looked like it was in a boondock somewhere. That's where it looked it. So the area that I got lost in was an all-white neighborhood. They had their own bank in their subdivision and their own grocery store. Clock that T. They had their own bank in their subdivision and their own grocery store. The only thing they didn't have was the sign say members only. Clock that T. And if y'all think I'm lying, I tried to find it again. And I don't remember exactly how I wound up there. But when I saw it, when I was riding and I got lost, all I saw was 2 cars of police, wondering what I was doing back there. But everything was legal. My car was legal. Right. My car was legal. I had insurance and I wasn't scared because I was legal. But I don't know how I wind up back there. But when I saw it, hey Queen, when I saw that, y'all gotta stop. When we gonna wake up and see life for what it really is? They own subdivision, they own bank, and guess what? They own grocery store in their neighborhood. And I'm not going back there. I don't know how I wind up over there. But guess what? It's over there. It looked like it's in a boondock. You could pass it right up and don't know what's sitting way back there behind the trees and the wood and the woods and all of that. It sits so far back, you'll miss it. The only people know about it is the people that live there and the people who built that community back there. So y'all madly mistaken if y'all think they don't still have members only subdivisions. They just don't have the sign. Clock that teeth. While y'all around here fighting each other and cursing each other out, looking like a damn fool, pulling each other weave out, pulling each other lashes off and all that kind of stuff. While y'all around here looking like a damn fool, they looking at us saying, damn, but they got shit going on. But y'all so stupid to not realize that they're not airing everything that's going on in their neighborhood. Why is always something going on with the black people? Because at the end of the day, y'all don't think that they got shit going on. Y'all don't think that they got a lot of shit. They got more shit going on with them, but they know how to throw the rock and hide their hand and cover their community up. They're not gonna let y'all hear what's going on in their community. If they let y'all hear what's going on in their community, they ain't gonna be able to make their money. I'm just saying. And they damn sure don't want us in their community. Right? They be with that fighting and all that. Yo, I hate it. They do stick together. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. For the parades, I know a lot of y'all saying, why she cut her hair? Why she cut her hair? I cut my hair because I got a knot in it right here at the top of my head from them throwing the beads at the parade. I don't know what kind of beads that was, but the top of my head, it's been like 3 weeks ago. The top of my head still hurt from them damn beads. Right, the hate that they have for each other, right, Queen? I'm telling y'all, from that parade, them goddamn bees still got my head hurt right here in the middle. That shit was hurting me so bad. I used to rub it and scratch it every night till I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut my hair low because that shit hurt. But you know what? A lot of us we gotta start raising, like, thank God that my children are grown now, but I got grandchildren. And I calls my grandson is 15 years old. And I talk to my grandson, even though he be saying, Mama, what you talking about? My grandson got so much love and so many people that be on his ass. So where at the end of the day, we gonna make sure we stay on his ass so he won't get caught up out there in the streets. So if you got a young teenager, y'all stay on the ass. Because the world out there waiting on them. And I saw it. When my grandmother, what you say, Angel? You got hit on the side of your face. And that shit still hurt, right? So when I went to the parade with my grandbaby, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. The little boys was in a little group and they was doing the little sign and doing the little something, they'll grab each other's fingers and then they'll do this and do all that stuff there. And I asked my grandson, I said, right, strolling on social media, right? So I asked my grandbaby, I say, what that mean? And it's like, no, Mama, there ain't no gang. I said, well, it looked like a goddamn gang sign to me, like that. So when we was at the parade, they had the little about, it was like 10 looks, 10, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6 or 7 of them. Hey, Londa, hey, Queen, 6 or 7 of them in the group. So I'm with my grandbaby, and he said, Mama, I could go over there and take a picture with them. I say, hell to the no. And he'll look at me, Mama, I could go over there to Canes with my friend. I say, hell to the no, like that. So what I saw is that you can have a good child, a good grandchild, but the world don't love nobody. The worldly people don't love nobody. My grandson was with me, but if I was the weak grandmother, because I ain't gonna lie, I love my grandchildren. And I know when they punish him, they probably thought, well, he going by his grandma. They ain't coming outside and they ain't going to do this and this, that. Even though my grandson was punished, I still went to the parades and he still was with me. And I still had to man up as a woman. I had to man up. I know you punished and you're not going to play with my intelligence. So let me tell y'all, these youngsters try to throw, a wool over our head, right? If we let them. So my grandson, he said, Mom, you'll go get my cousin. Like that. And I say, he said, you know his mama, and you know him, that is my cousin. So I said, that ain't your cousin. You always calling people your cousin, this and that. Hey, Dana, hey, Queen. I'm gonna call you when I'm up there. Hey, Renee. So y'all, listen. I said, I ain't your cousin, this and that. Because y'all, us as people, we always call people our cousins, our friends, our sister, and all kind of stuff. That when we have a relationship with people and we love one another, we claim people that we know we really not can, but we gonna say we can anyway. Hey, Brandon. So he kept saying, he be saying, that's my cousin, this is my friend, and all that. So I was saying, that ain't your cousin, that ain't your friend, this and that. So my grandson, he wanted to leave me a couple of times. And I said, no. So he said, yeah, Mama, you could go in the East. You could go in New Orleans East. You could go get my cousin. So he showed me the picture. So when he showed me the picture, I said, yeah, that's like your cousin, but that's not really your real cousin. I say, his mama grew up around us, like, my mom and all them call him niece and all that. I said, yeah, you could call him your cousin, but y'all not really cousin. But if you say that's your cousin, I said we do call each other cousin and stuff like that. So, girl, y'all, he tried to run game on me. So I said, okay. He said, Mama, you could go get him like that. And I said, well, I'm not going to get nobody child unless I talk to the parent. And I say, ain't nobody coming by my house. I said, unless I find out, who their parents is, because I'm not, if somebody come with me, that makes me responsible for them, for their child. So he said, Mama, you going to go get him? And I said, I started asking more questions. Y'all, why the picture that he showed me wasn't the person that I was about to go get. And for some apparent reason, he said, oh no, Mama, that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said. I said, you told me the picture that you just showed me, hey, Samantha Queen, that's the little boy that I'm going to get. He said, no, Mama, I ain't say that, this and that. I said, you's a damn lie. You did say that this the little boy that I was going to pick up. But had I went to go pick this little boy up and I would have talked to his family or whatever, if I would have realized that that wasn't the little boy that he showed me, the little boy wasn't coming. And I probably would have pulled off, because at the end of the day, now you try to play with me and you try to run game on me. So once you try to, how you going to run game on Parker Brothers when they ain't did it all the Tonka Tonk games, which is your grandma, how you going to try to run game on me? So from then on, the trust was lost with me and my grandson, because he lied to me. I know he be lying from time to time, but I be busting him. All you got to do, if a person lied to you, you got to ask him that question again. And when you ask him again, you got to keep asking them, and then you're going to find out they're telling a damn lie. Because one thing about a lie, you got to lie again, and again when you tell a lie. If you tell the truth, I could tell y'all the truth about what happened in my life, and I could tell y'all the same story I told y'all decades ago, because that's the truth. So we at the parade. So I see my little, police friends and stuff like that. I see my sister girl, Nicole, she was out there, doing her job and stuff like that. So I had talked to her, y'all, if I was anything like I used to be, right, string, wrong, yo, like I used to be, I wasn't nobody police friends, but I got family members that's police officer, and I realized that them people, police is there only to protect and serve and do their job. If they do anything other than their job, they can lose their job. So whether I'm the sister, the cousin, or whatever, whoever is the police, they still got to do their job. So Nicole, I ain't gonna say her whole name, Nicole started talking to my grandson out the blue. Because me and her again, and she said, let me tell you something. My grandson had on the Nike sweat jacket, and he had on the sweatpants. And so for some apparent reason, he always want to put the hood on his head. And the reason why he was putting the hood on his head is he had the little twisters in his head, and they made him cut his hair. And his hair is cut real low, and it's like mine. And he got a little peanut head, come from my daddy, right? So the little girls are saying, oh, you got a peanut head and all that kind of stuff. They're messing with him or whatever. So he was, to be honest, he was ashamed him getting his haircut. And I told him, I said, don't worry about them little pistol tail girls. You are very handsome. And I say, you look like your grandma. And I say, you look like your people. You got a little head like your grandma, whatever. And I said, you're still a little handsome young man, because he was caught in his feelings a little. So they had another young man, right, that came on there. Hey, Queen. Another young man that walked up. He had on the same identical outfit as my grandson, the all black, the same identical outfit. So Nicole was talking to my grandson, and I told my grandson, I said, you see the same thing he got on? Y'all got on the same thing. And I say, if he go down there and he get himself in some trouble, I say, what you need to know is that by you and him having on the same identical clothes, I say, who you think they're going to come? If they can't catch him, who you think they're going to come after? I said, they're going to come and get you because y'all got on the same exact, you fit the same description as him. So Nicole started talking to my grandson, and she started telling him, yeah, that the day before we came out there, the YNs, a lot of them was fighting at the parade, and a lot of them got arrested. So she started talking to my grandson, because let me tell y'all about life. Our children, our grandchildren will listen to somebody else more than they will listen to us. to us in their mind, we talking just to hear ourselves talk. They see us moving our lips, but they're not listening to us. If a stranger tell them certain things, they got their full attention. Like me, I can talk to your sons and your daughters, and I could tell them about me being in a wheelchair and my experience being in a wheelchair. They probably would receive what I'm saying faster than y'all, and y'all raise them and take care of them. Ain't that crazy how they'll listen to a stranger faster than they listen to us? So Nicole was only telling my grandson about life, and he was listening. But even though he was listening and he understood what she said, hey, she already queen, he still got distracted because all his so-called partners was passing. And I was watching their every move. They was trying to get him from by me so bad. Come stand over here by us. And ask your grandma, can you go over there? Ask your grandma, can you walk down there by the bridge? Because your girlfriend down there. Ask your grandma, can we walk over there? I said, hell to the no. My grandson said, Mama, he about to go walk to the car with his daddy. He said, Mama, I could go. I said, hell to the no. No, you cannot leave up out of my sight because I am responsible for you and you cannot go nowhere. And mind you, you are punished. And my grandson, he was like, all right, Mama. He had a little attitude because I wasn't buying it. And I'm the grandparent that will get loud and draw attention. And they don't like that. I would draw so much attention, I would have everybody stopping and listening. And it was, Mama, why you hollering? Why you this and that? I said, because you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. I said, you're not going to have the little boy. I said, come over here so we could take a picture. I said, he ain't taking no picture with no damn body. We ain't doing none of that. First of all, you're not even supposed to be out here because you punish. And at the end of the day, I brought him out there to the parade. But when they allow him to come by me, just know that if a child is punished, even though I'm the grandma, if y'all would have told me everything all the stuff that he got into it, or what happened, it wasn't bad, but it was bad enough to get a 2-day punishment. I would have took the cell phone. Once you take the cell phone, that shit that you did, you will not do it again. But a lot of parents want to be their children. Damn, hold up, y'all. I'm trying to fix something. A lot of parents want to be, oh, come on, their children or their grandchildren friends. I am not his friend. I am his grandmother, and I got to stand on all 10. So what I'm saying, even though he was getting a little angry and getting a little mad, so when we went to the parade again, he said, Mama, you could go pick up my friend. I went and picked the little boy up, and I dropped him off. But the next time we went, the little boy went with me, but I had to talk to his guardian because the little boy, his mother is no longer here. And the little boy was very well mannered. And the little boy told my grandson, if you had been with me, you wouldn't have never got in trouble because the little boy played football and the little boy knew wrong from right. But even though he knew wrong from right, I found out who his guardian was, and his guardian's friends with my sister and all that kind of stuff there. Because he wouldn't have never been able to come with me if I really didn't know or talk to his parent or his guardian. So he left with me to go to the parade. And when he left with me to go to the parade, don't y'all know I was fussing at my grandson so much, the little boy left. And I told the little boy, I felt like that was wrong for you to leave because you came with me and I was responsible for you. He said, well, you was fussing at me too. I said, well, you was with me. And I said, if you felt some type of way, you should have talked to me. I said, I know I was fussing at my grandson. And then at the end of the day, I didn't take it out on you, but I was trying to tell you the same thing I was telling my grandson. And I told him, you can't come with me no more if we go anywhere else because you weren't supposed to leave. You were supposed to stay right here with me and I was going to bring you home. See what I'm saying? And I was trying to figure out when I brought him home, I said, well, damn, he don't even have a door key to get inside. And then my antennas were up. I said, maybe he don't have a door key for a reason. Because if one of the parades was over, it was after 11 o'clock, and the traffic was so bad, I didn't get to his house to drop him off. It was after 12 o'clock, and I still had to wait until he got inside. I waited at least 15 minutes for somebody to come to the door because they probably would sleep or didn't hear or whatever, but I wasn't going to drop him off without nobody coming to the door, open the door. I was making sure that he get inside. But he's 15 years old. He's a big boy. And I just was trying to figure out why he didn't have a door key to get inside. I don't know. It's not my business, but I was saying, to myself, he should have a door key because anything could happen. So I just feel like, my little grandson, I talk to my grandson. You can't say that my grandson don't get a lot of love. I love him as well. His family on his daddy's side love him as well. And I feel like, I'm going to just be honest, like my grandson was living with my daughter, my youngest daughter. He was living with his auntie. My younger daughter are very, like when it come down to academic, when it come down to books and all that, my daughter is very strict. I'm just going to be honest. My daughter, you're going to do whatever she say do, or y'all got a problem. She don't want to hear no talk back. She don't want to hear all that disrespectful shit. And when she say no, she mean no. If she say I'm going to count to 2, that mean 1, 2. I'm not 2.5. It's 2. My daughter are very strict, and my daughter was raising her nephew. And I just feel like a lot of kids, when they get raised by other people and an absent parent is not there, they have a tendency to act out. Because deep down inside, no matter what you do for them and no matter what type of love you show them, they still want the absent parent to be in their life. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. I feel like a lot of y'all should not throw your children out there to the streets. I feel like y'all should talk to them. And I feel like even if you are a foster parent and you raising your sister children, your brother children, whoever child you raising, just don't feel bad when they grow up and want to go and live or find the absent parent. Because most likely that's what's going to happen. In spite of whatever you did for them, you gave them a good education. They ain't wanted for nothing. You made sure they had everything they needed and wanted. And when they get older, prepare yourself to be hurt because they going and find the person who wasn't there in their life. That's everyday life. A lot of kids love the ones, like a lot of kids love their daddy, and they probably ain't seen their daddy, they don't know their daddy, but if they meet or see their daddy the day of tomorrow, you gonna think their daddy done been in their life all their life. Some kids been abandoned. Some men that left their wives, left their fiancé, left their significant other, and the children are suffering. And you could do everything you could possibly try to do for your child or your grandchildren to make them happy. They still gonna get older and go try to find the absent person that was absent in their life. Understand? It's gonna happen. So y'all gotta prepare yourself. It's called life. And y'all, some of y'all feel some kind of way. The last thing y'all could do is throw in A child face, I took care of you, I did it. Let me tell you something. If you chose to take care of a child, that's your choice. That's the choice that you chose to make. So when that child get big, don't ever feel like they owe you something. The only thing they owe you is love, respect, and obey. They need to honor and respect the fact that you took the time out of your life to make their life better. But far as y'all saying, oh, I raised you when your mom ain't did nothing, your pa ain't did nothing, ain't nobody did nothing for you. I did this and I did that. Whatever you did, your blessing come from Jehovah. Our blessing do not come from our children. Now, our children and grandchildren supposed to respect us. They supposed to do that. Now, do they do it? I don't know. But they supposed to. But the last thing we can do as adults, grandparents, mother, and all that, feel like our adult children or grandchildren owe us something. But they do owe us respect, love, and they supposed to honor and respect and love us. They owe us that much. Now, for as them getting a little money and they getting a little good job and all that, you did your part. And if they making six figures and all that, and they don't even buy you a bottle of water, oh well, that's their life, and they gotta live, and they gotta remember how you treat. Cause regardless to how much they making and what they doing, they can't take the fact that you raised them to the best of your ability and you did everything you could possibly do for them. But don't look for your blessing to come from the people that you didn't bless. Your blessing come from Jehovah if you know him. For the people that know him. My blessing come from Jehovah. I did over and beyond for my children. And all I ask for is respect. And I ask for them to honor me. And no, I don't have the best children in the world, but I don't have the worst children in the world. And they don't owe me nothing but respect, honor, and to obey me as their mother. And if I can't get that out of them, I need to distance myself until they realize that that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to honor, love, obey, and respect your parents, whether you with them or not, whether you see them or not. Even though if you don't like their lifestyle, you don't like the man they with, you don't like the woman that they with, you still need to respect their wishes. Because what if you get a man or a woman and they don't like them? So that could go all kind of ways. Y'all might not like the man that your mama with, but what about the man you get? And your mama might not like the man you with. So y'all got to think about that. That's why I be telling a lot of these women in the world, I'm a woman just like y'all. So how could y'all, oh, that's good for her, or this and that, fighting over a man? First of all, let me get this straight with a lot of y'all. I never was fighting over a man that I was married to. Now, when I was a young girl, I used to fight over my boyfriends. I was young and immature. Now that I'm older, when I got into an altercation with the woman that almost unalived me, it wasn't about my husband. It was about the disrespect. It was about the smiling and grinning in my face. It was about the, I was in my emotions. I was caught up in my feelings. So when she cussed me out, I just felt like I felt disrespected. But if I look back and I could go back now, I would have just, you know what? I wouldn't even told her nothing. Because at the end of the day, I still had the man because he still was married to me. But I didn't know what I was worth. So I got caught up in my emotion and my feelings. I can say that because I'm transparent and I'm living in my truth. And a lot of women not going to accept the fact and say, you know what? I was caught up in my feelings. I was jealous that he left me for her. Not jealous of her, jealous of the fact that he's sleeping with me and he's sleeping with her. Hey, Lily. Hey, Lily. Hey, Queen. See what I'm saying? A lot of women not going to take accountability and say, you know what? I was caught up in my emotion. I was jealous. I was in my feelings. A lot of y'all not going to admit that. A lot of y'all feel like, oh, no, I wasn't jealous. Not saying that you was jealous of her or jealous of him, saying that you was jealous of the situation. Now, mind you, a lot of y'all don't know, I got almost unalive on a Sunday, and I was with him on a Friday. So from Friday to Sunday, he was sleeping with her and he was sleeping with me at the same time. And a lot of y'all women, young, oh no, I would have never did it. It wasn't over a man. It was over my emotions and disrespect. And I just felt like by him and I still being married, we stood a chance, even though he was cheating on me with her. And a lot of y'all women dealing with that now. A lot of y'all women doing wifely shit, and they ain't even y'all husband, y'all side chicks. But y'all settling because at the end of the day, y'all probably fall victim to like I felt. I didn't even know what I was worth. All the men was running behind me. All the men wanted to be with me. And I'm running behind my husband that was out here cheating with the side. And the side woman wind up trying to unalive me. And right now to this day, he's still with the side woman. So at the end of the day, even though I wind up in a wheelchair, even though I'm the one winding up in a wheelchair, I'm still here to live and talk about it. I'm still here to live and talk about it because I thank God that I'm still here. My phone is ringing. I should have put my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I was saying I'm still here. I'm still living to talk about it. And yeah, at the end of the day, I had to be strong. I've been in a wheelchair for 31 years. And I got grandkids. We got children. Now, why call me back to back like that? We got grandkids. I'm his only baby mama with his only son and daughter. She have 2 children. He accept them as his children. And both of her children and father are no longer here. But at the same time, a lot of women say it was more like it was my fault. And it really wasn't my fault because at the end of the day, he was my husband at the time. For a lot of y'all who don't know, that was husband number 1. I didn't been married several times after that. But at the end of the day, a lot of women not going to admit and say, Lord, or say to anybody that what I did, even though I slapped her, I felt like if I knew then what I know now, I would have just walked away and lived my life and enjoy my life. Hey, Pam. And enjoy my life and let them, whatever they was going to do or whatever. But at the end of the day, me as a woman, me as a married woman at the time, I was only going off of my emotions and my feelings. And a lot of us women go off of our emotions and our feelings. A lot of y'all not going to admit that y'all go off of your emotions and your feelings like me. Because y'all not me and y'all not woman enough to stand on all 10. I'm woman enough to say that I slapped her because I got caught up in my emotions and my feelings after she called me the B word. So that was my reason for turning back around. If she wouldn't have never called me the B word, I would have got in my truck and went on about my business. So when she called me the B word, I turned around and walked and said, what you said? And then I slapped her. Now, I shouldn't have slapped her, but I did. I should have kept my hand to myself, but I didn't because I went over my feelings and my emotions. Now, do it make it right for her? I turned around. It was 2 of them. Do it make it right for her to try to unalive me with my back turned? No. I didn't have a weapon. I didn't have a butter knife. I didn't have mace. I didn't have nothing in my hand. When I turned my back to walk away, because I thought her and I and the other girl she was with, I thought we was going to have a fight, and I thought maybe they was going to jump me and I was going to beat them, fight them one-on-one. But no, that didn't happen. They weren't ready to fight. So when I turned my back and I made like 1, 2, 3 steps, probably, because I don't remember from then on, she pum me in my back. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say talking about it's about a man. No, it wasn't about a man with me. It was about disrespecting me as smiling, grinning my face. And I felt betrayed, riding in the car that I was driving. So I felt some type of way. And they got a lot of other women. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all can't tell me that y'all wouldn't have felt the same way I felt since it's story time. And so, oh yeah, fighting over. And a lot of women, you know why they go along to get along? You know why they'll disagree with what happened to me and feel like, oh, well, you shouldn't have did this. Because you're a jealous, evil, deceitful ass woman. Only the real gonna recognize real, and real gonna admit, like me, and say, you know what, Ann, let's take accountability for what you did. I take accountability for going off of my feelings and my emotions. I take accountability for slapping somebody when I should have kept my hand to myself, but I don't take accountability for somebody pum-puming me in my back. Come on, man. I don't take accountability for that. Because if I would have had a weapon, that's one thing. I didn't have nothing. And then when it's time to go to court and all that kind of stuff there, it takes 10 women and 2 men to get on the stand and lie and say. The women, one woman said I was notorious. One woman said she hated me. All these women got on the stand and lied and said all kind of shit about me. And at the end of the day, at least, let me see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of them, 3 or more, at least 3 for sure I know was his ex-girlfriends. Let me see. I know 2 for sure. I know 2 for sure was his ex-girlfriend. But it was 10 women and 2 guys. They made it seem like I was notorious. They made it seem like I was the baddest woman in New Orleans. They made it seem like I was the Godfather's daughter or something like that. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was the type of woman where I fight a female, but I ain't finna fight no male. If a male put his hands on me, I do him something real bad. But a female, I ain't need no weapon for a female. So her pulling out a pum and hitting me in my back, but it's all good because at the end of the day, we reap what we sow. And just because they still together and been together all them years, oh well, that's on them. And at the end of the day, I'm still gonna talk about it. It's a lot more to the story. And at the end of the day, whoever don't like the story, if you heard the story before, you don't have to listen to it again. And if you one of the ones, and I didn't talk about the story before, I guarantee you something I said this time you missed. I guarantee you something I said about me getting almost unalive is the part of the story that somebody missed. I was in a coma. I was in the hospital. I didn't realize that I was paralyzed until weeks and months later. It didn't dawn on me. When it really took a toll on me, when it was time for me to depend on other people, and I had to raise 4 little children from a wheelchair. That's why I can say that I am a phenomenal woman. A phenomenal woman takes accountability. A phenomenal woman accept the fact that she was wrong. A phenomenal woman gonna be real and gonna keep it real. That's Ann Mays. I am the definition of a phenomenal woman. I don't have to throw the rock and hide my hands. It is what it is. It was what it was. At the end of the day, do I forgive them? Yes, I do. I forgive her. I forgive him. And people were saying that, oh, he did not give her the pum. She always carried a pum from the time that I saw her. I knew she carried a pum. But do I think that she would have ever used it on me? No. Did I think that she would ever be the person that she was? No. But at the end of the day, I don't care how y'all feel about me. I don't care what y'all say about me. I know who I am and whose I am. And at the end of the day, everything I did in my life, and I'm gonna say this because somebody need to hear this. When I was 19 years old, early in my teens, probably I was about to be 20, I almost unalived a man. Yeah, I almost unalived a man. I got off with almost unaliving a man that I know from the streets that I was dating, that was a street man that didn't play with nobody. And I know he was a person that didn't play when it come down to the streets. So I put it in my mind, well, if you ever put your hand on me, I'm not going to play with you because I already know what you done did to other women. I already had planted that seed into my mind. And I almost unalived him. I stood over him and I did what I did, which wasn't right. I got off for almost unaliving somebody, and she got off with almost unaliving me. So I'm making a point. I'm trying to let y'all know karma is real. Everything I did in my life, I paid for that and some, Sandra Queen. That's why I am a living, rolling testimony, walking testimony, and I'm still here to be able to make a difference in somebody else's life. That's why I'm here, to share my testimony. It's a lot more about the story. Every time I get to the point to where I'm ready for my book to be finished, it's always a setback, not a delay. It's a delay, not a deny. That's what I want to say. Tyrone, Mother Warren, what? Oh, wow. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Lily. But, y'all, it's a lot more. I don't want to. Yeah, what goes around comes around. And everybody can't accept that. See, I can tell the world, the people of the world that, yeah, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm paralyzed from the waist down, but I take accountability. I'm transparent. And I do know that I was that girl. I do know that I didn't play. I do know that everything I did when it came down to committing crimes and jacking and doing all this, I can admit that I did that. And I can admit that everything I did, I paid for that and some. And I can admit when I was a young girl, I had a lot of fights over boys. Because at the end of the day, I was that girl. And I should have known that I was beautiful enough inside where I should have known better, or somebody should have taught me better and told me, you ain't pretty as you ain't got to fight over no boy. The boys was falling to my feet. I'm not bragging. I could have been with any and every boy that I wanted to be with. All kind of men want to be with me, young, old, or whatever. But I really didn't know who I was. Really didn't know what I was worth. I really didn't know. And a lot of y'all women out there, y'all fighting because y'all really don't know what y'all worth. You don't know that at the end of the day, you ain't got to get out there and fight over no man. You ain't got to get out there and prove no point to no another woman, especially when you know who you is and whose you is. I know who I am now. It's sad to say it took all these many years for me to realize that I am that girl. 59 years to realize that I am that girl. / I'm a woman now, but I always been that girl, but I ain't always know that when I was trying to be something else, people was trying to be like me. They got females looked it up to me, always wanted to be like me and my sisters and my brothers and stuff like that. And I never seen life like that. I never knew that I was that girl then. But now I'm older, I'm wiser, and I'm still that girl, that woman. And I know now, but I didn't know then. And we can't change our life from being the way that it was then. But I could change my life now to being the person that God created me to be. And they mad, envious, jealous, and about what? Everything I've been through, I paid for that. And for women to be disliking other women and angry and mad because you're beautiful and you carry yourself a certain way, they don't know your story. They don't know where you've been. They don't know where you came from. They don't know how you get the things that you have. They don't know how you get to where you at. And some of them don't care because they're jealous, because at the end of the day, You made a step. You looking forward and they looking behind, and they jealous of all the things that you have, and they don't even know all the struggles and all the things you had to go through to get to where you at. Yeah, that poor Pam. And LaShawn was a beautiful girl. She beautiful girl. Her son is LaWarren. You know, and a lot of us, we gotta find ourselves. We got to find ourselves, and we got to love ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, how we expect other people to love us? How we expect other people to I demand my respect. When I'm out on the street and I'm by myself, I don't give a damn if I ain't with nobody. Ain't nobody gonna play with me. By myself, I don't need an entourage. I don't need to go places where I need a bunch of women to validate who I am. I don't need nobody to make me. I'm already made. He already created me in his own image. So why would I sit around and worry about the pickaboos and the haters and the ones who don't like me? Y'all got the right string, but the wrong yo-yo over here, baby. Guess what? The enemy had me when I was in the world. He slipped up and let me go, and he can't have me no more. So I need to say that again for the haters. He had me when I was in the world. He can't get me now. I'm a whole new creature. I'm saying I'm not a creature, literally. I'm a phenomenal woman. That's who I am. And I got self-love, and I love myself. Thank you, Tony, Queen. But guess what? I thank God that he allowed me to be here to be an inspiration, even though they don't credit me and they try not to give me my flowers. But girl, boy, whether y'all give me my flowers or not, I know I'm a queen. I know I'm a phenomenal woman. I know who I am. Whether y'all give it to me or not, I give it to myself. Jehovah told me that I'm a queen, and that's all that matters. And they got a lot more queens out there like me. And I hope y'all know it. I hope y'all know it. Because let me tell y'all, the enemy play with my mind. I got my YouTube channel. I got my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And no, I've been having my YouTube channel for the last 4 months now. I got 75 or 76 videos that I made. And I don't have a lot of people come on my social media platforms, unless it's a bunch of mess and confusion, right? And the enemy get in your mind and tell you to give up and tell you, you know what? You be doing all this. Hey, Mama Ava, love you. You be doing all this and ain't nobody watching you and ain't nobody listening to this and that. The devil is a lie. I'm going to keep on dotting my I's and crossing my T's, and I'm going to keep pushing because somebody listening. Somebody listening. I got to keep, at the end of the day, they got somebody depending on me. They got somebody watching me right now. So why would I give up? Because that's what the enemy wants. But guess what? I'm a warrior. And every time I fall down, I'm going to get right back up. See what I'm saying? So guess what he told me? He said, you ain't got to ask them to press the like button. You ain't got to beg them for nothing. You ain't got to, at the end of the day, they know what to do. A lot of them been on social media, been following me for quite some time. I ain't got to beg you pickaboos to come to the front, Caroline and all that. I ain't got to do none of that. But what's for me is for me. I know I'm a queen. I know who I am. And I know where he's taking me. Every day he wake me up. He wake me up. But things happen at his time, not our time. But if you was weak, you're going to be beat. The enemy want us to give up. The enemy want us to stop. The enemy wants you to believe, oh, well, all I'm going over there. Everybody, let me tell y'all something. I go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sometimes I might randomly go live on a weekend. It all depends. So on a Monday, Keith Carroll go live. So all the people that be on my live on a Monday, I start off at 7. Keith might not get on there till about 8. So if I'm on at 7, all the people that's on my live on me at 7, they get off my live and run the Keith Carroll live. I know that because I be seeing them. So I don't have a problem with them leaving. But is that gonna stop me from doing what I do for the people that love me? No. I don't give a damn if Keith Carroll go live every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm still gonna go live on my own platform. Keith got his own thing that he be doing, and Ann May's got her own thing that she be doing. Is I'm in competition with Keith or any other platform? No, because it's enough for all of us. See what I'm saying? My time is my time. My blessing is my blessing. Keith blessing is his blessing, and it's his time. And at the end of the day, it's my time and God's time. And I'm not going to stop going live because of somebody else. Because they're over there. And I go over there when I get off my live, if he's still on, and I watch just like everybody else. But I'm not going to stop my live and go over there and cut me short. I'm not going to do that. So to the people that go over there, ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, some people probably go over there and they listen to him on a Monday, and then they come back later on and watch or listen to what I got to say. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, what's for me is for me. What God has for me is for me. What God has for y'all is for y'all. Don't worry about the naysayers and worrying about what they got and how they getting it. Just keep on doing what God told you to do and keep being creative like me. I'm going to keep being creative, and I'm keep on speaking and living in my truth and being transparent. That's who I am. I can't worry about other people and what's going on with other people. And I tell you all the time, when they made one car, they made another one. When they made one house, they made another one. When God made one testimony, each and every one of us got a testimony. Some of y'all just don't share your testimony. I am not afraid of life, because life be lifing. My testimony is to make somebody else's life different by telling them everything that I've been through. Whenever you go through something in life and you come out, that's your testimony. If you don't want to tell it to the world, unlike Ann Mays, tell it to somebody that you know going through the same thing that you might be going through. And just give them a word of encouragement and say, you know what, young girl, young boy, I've been there, done that. And let me tell you how I got out of that situation. Because guess what? Only what we do for Christ gonna last. That's the only thing. What don't kill you make you stronger. That part right there, cat, queen. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people be feeling like they're not strong or this and that. You stronger than you think you are. I am a very strong woman. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to settle. I had a man call me on my phone talking about what you doing and all that and all that. No, God told me to leave you alone. I block you on all my platforms. I block you on my phone number, and you still calling. The answer is no. And why you women think, because of my situation, because of what I'm going through, I'm supposed to accept a man because he want to be with me. I don't give a damn if I've been by myself for going on 5 years without a man. And guess what? If they have to be 5 more years, oh well, I got a peace of mind and I ain't got to worry about nobody howling and telling me what to do and how to do it. At the end of the day, I be damned if I listen to some of y'all talking about, oh, well, if somebody wanted to be with me, girl, I don't give a damn about somebody wanting to be with me. If he ain't the one, he ain't the one. The right one is out there somewhere. He just ain't reached me yet. How about that? All y'all, a lot of y'all is too desperate. Y'all will fall for anything. I'm not that woman. I'm just saying. I'm not that woman. If I get a little hot down there, I go turn on some cold water, some luke water, and sit my ass in the tub and let it cool off. But I refuse to go out there and sleep around or be with somebody because they say they want to be with me. Hey, Belinda, hey, queen, I'm not doing it. Y'all could go do it, but I'm not. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have been a virgin for a long goddamn time. How about that? I don't want a man just because he want me and just because I feel lonely. Do I get lonely? Yeah. I got 6 pillows in the goddamn bed, on the goddamn bed, and I could go grab one of them. How about that? Because I know who I am now and whose I am. I know my worth. I ain't got to be with nobody just because I'm lonely or I feel like I want to be with somebody. Girl, no. I know how to wrap that thing up, all the way up. And it ain't gonna get unwrapped until Mr. Real Right come. And I ain't get Mr. Real Right yet. And he got to do some hell of a showing. He got to love Jehovah first of all, and he got to love himself. Because I sure don't want no man that's out there in the wilderness, in the world. He got to be somebody that been there, done that, and ready to sit his ass down. That's what I'm saying. I don't want no man, no worldly man. I want a man that been there, done that, and he ain't even living like that no more. And he got to smell good, look good, and he got to take care of himself. And he can't wear cheap shoes. I'm just saying, I want a man that's going to have some good shoes. And I'm not buying him no shoes. I am not buying my next man, if I get another man, if I'm not buying him no goddamn shoes. I'm just saying, all the men I done bought shoes from, they didn't walk right out of my life with the shoes I done bought. I'm just saying, I'm not doing it. Get somebody else to do it. I am not buying no shoes, for the record. Right. And the teeth got to be good too. Mm-hmm. Do. Mm-hmm. See mine? Yeah. I'm going to be all on social media. I was all on social media looking, my teeth looked like a train wreck. I say, I be damn. I had teeth. I had teeth, one in the front, but you know, I used to have golds and stuff, diamonds and stuff in my mouth. Them golds mess your teeth up. My teeth looked like a goddamn train wreck. And I say, girl, how you gonna be on social media? That's when they first had the Facebook and MySpace and all that kind of stuff, the MySpace and all that. And I'm looking and I'm talking and I say, girl, wow, how you gonna be all on social media talking about people and you gotta cover your mouth when you're talking about people and all that? And girl, I say, yeah, I went and got my T6. And when I was on there fussing with somebody said, them old fake ass teeth, bitch, I stood in my budget. How about that? I stood in my fucking budget, bitch. I went to the people when you got HIV and you got all that shit. They got people, they give you money and all that. I mean, on the card and all that. You go out and get my teeth done free. Then I went to the other dentist and got some other work done and this and that. Oh, well, it is what it is. Bitch, when you get veneers and all that, and y'all get the teeth on top of this, y'all get the veneers, the ones that go on top of the rotten teeth and all that shit there. I didn't get that. Unlike y'all, that means y'all still got fucked up teeth in your mouth. Y'all still got rotten teeth in your mouth, and y'all still need a fucking root canal. I don't need nobody root, needed a canal. How about that? You bitches got veneers on top of rotten fucking teeth. I did my homework. Y'all do. And y'all smiling, and other them teeth, if one of them fall out y'all fucking mouth, the brown teeth gon' definitely show. Got to be more careful. I'm just saying. They minds. Mm-hmm. I refuse to be around here talking. And I'm covering my mouth and all that kind of shit there, talking to somebody because I'm ashamed of my mouth and all that kind of shit there. Oh, well, and I refuse to be 69, 70 going on 80 with braces on top of the train wreck teeth. Not doing it. If you 80 and 79 and 60 and all that, and you go and get braces for what, girl? For what? When you be in a goddamn casket, the brace gonna fall off. You ain't gonna need them. I heard somebody went got their breast, an older lady in her 60s. She went got her breast done. She went got a BBL, and she got everything done. And she went to buy a house. They building a house and all that. She went in the hospital and they ain't never came out. That part right there. Rest in peace, mama. Mama got everything done before she died. Mama got her teeth done. Mama got her breast done. Mama got her ass done. Mama have a house building from the ground up. Mama ain't get a chance to enjoy none of that. Because after all the procedures and all that, they still building a house and mama going to glory. Got to be more careful. I'm just saying. Ain't doing it. Me and my little raising titties, we all right. You're either going to accept me as I am. All I need is a good bra, the little push-up bra. with the cushion in it, gonna sit them up. That's all that matter. My butt back there, I'm good. Ain't nobody seeing it because I ain't walking anyway. But I got enough butt. If I want to be with somebody, they got the little cushion back there. I still got butt, but at the end of the day, it's mine. I ain't got no point to prove to nobody. You either take me as I am or you just keep on walking and strolling. I don't want no man in the wheelchair. I really don't. He can't get on me, and I damn sure ain't trying to get on him, even though I could. So y'all men that's in the wheelchair and y'all see me, y'all talking about y'all like me and all that. We're not playing bumpy cars. I do not, I'm going to say it loud for the men in the back. I do not want a man in a wheelchair. I want a man that's walking where he can help me. And even if I want to get on top, he could put me on top because I'm a rider. I'm just saying, clock that T. I'm just saying, what I'm going to do with one in a wheelchair? What we going to be riding, playing bumpy cars? He got to take his wheelchair to get loose and break it down in. He got to break mine down too. Nah, we ain't doing that. I want one that could pick me up and one could stand up and propose to me and get down on one knee in front of the wheelchair. I'm just saying. I want one to get down in front of the wheelchair and ask me for my hand in marriage. And I want a real ring. I don't want a ring that come from Walmart no more. I'm just saying. I don't want no more rings that came from Walmart. I'm just saying. How many times I got to get married without a goddamn ring? And I'm not going to Justice of the Peace again. I had one wedding and it was beautiful. And I had on blue and silver. But this time I'm not paying for everything. I'm just saying. I'm not paying for the wedding no more. I'm just saying. I'm tired of paying for shit. Since when the bride got to pay for everything? Yeah, I'm not doing that no more. And I'm not marrying a man that just come home from jail no more. I did that too. Not doing it. Get somebody else to do it. He was all fine and all buff and all looking good, got waves in his hair and all that kind of shit there. And I just know I had my number one husband. I just know. I said, you know what? I was so happy and this and that. This was my first boyfriend. And I was over the first husband. I was over that when he came home. I was in my glory. I was happy. And Pop went to Weezer and the Weezer went Pop. And then I went back being sad. I'm just saying, y'all want the truth or y'all want me to tell y'all a damn lie? I was happy. When he came home, he was all fine, all the muscles and all that skin all pretty. You know, he was dark when he went in. He came out, he looked like the white chick. You know, like the movie White Chick. He came out brighter than me. And when he came out brighter than me, I'm just saying, Pam, oh well, but he came out brighter than me. And he was looking good. And I got the thumbs up. My children gave me the thumbs up. One of them gave me the thumbs up, like, yeah, mama, yeah, you got your one. Now I don't even get the index finger. That part right there. That part right there. So to y'all women out there, y'all waiting for these Negroes to come home from jail, y'all in a rude awakening. They ought to come with a resume. When you was in jail, did you like boys? When you was in jail, did you sleep with boys? When you was in jail, did you do anything with boys? They ought to come with a resume. When you was in jail, did you catch a disease? When you was in jail, did you mess with the deputy, the woman deputy? When you was in jail, did you fix your credit? When you was in jail, did you save any money? When you was in jail, just tell me everything you did when you was in jail. They ought to come with a jailhouse resume. I'm just saying. And some of them out here now, you need a resume. Ain't nothing in the bottle but some fruit punch. Some of y'all women, y'all waiting on these Negroes to come out of jail. Y'all better make sure y'all get a resume. Some of y'all women, the women that's on the outside, some of y'all just met a fine, nice looking man. Can y'all check his background, check the family tree, check his resume too? Us women, we need to start getting a resume. I'm the one always talking about, got to be more careful, where I should have been more careful. I need to say that in my AMA's verse. Got to be more careful, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. I'm just getting y'all women a heads up. I'm telling y'all, get y'all a resume. And you found you a little nice looking fine one. He looked like he just rolled out of penitentiary, just got out of DCI, Angola. Girl, get you a resume. Get cool with the deputy. Get cool with the warden. Get cool with somebody over the jailhouse. Slip him up, bribe him. Slip him $100 or $200 and say, can you tell me a little bit about him that just got out of jail? Can you just tell me a little bit about him? Because him. He is him. Somebody on my platform right now is him. And girl, you know he is him. He got 2 earrings in his ear. I'm just saying. And I know somebody, oh, well, I wear 2 earrings. Well, why? You feeling yourself? Or you feeling your cute self when you look in the mirror and you got a diamond in this ear and you got a diamond in that ear. So you feeling girly. You feeling cute because you got, now, don't get me wrong. He can have 1 earring if that's what he want to have. But my man, we ain't doing the 2 earrings in the ear. Get somebody else to do it. We are not doing the 2 earrings in the ear. Because if he put the 2 earrings in the ear and he go look in the mirror, now y'all know us women, we don't like to go outside without no earrings. Because we feel like we cute with our earrings in our ear, right? So, well, how you think they feel when they put 2 earrings in their damn ear? They in the mirror, they putting a little diamond in this ear. You barely can see the little diamond. Then they put a little diamond in this ear. And then they went and get their little gold teeth, shaped up, and they got their little haircut, and they got the little round here. Just imagine him being in the mirror longer than you. Because he him. Because he cute. He cute. All he need is the little baby bangs. I'm just saying. He him. Girl, him next to you right now. He is him. Asking why he got to wear 2 earrings. Oh, because I just like wearing 2 earrings. Well, can you tell me why you like to wear 2 earrings? Because he feel cute. He feel cute. Y'all can't tell me if y'all ask y'all old man, the one that's right there next to you, girl, the one that's right there next to you, girl, he him. Ask him. While you watching me, while y'all watching me, him right there, ask him why he got 2 earrings in his ear. And I ain't asking for a friend. Ask him, say, babe, don't say it mean though, because if you say some type of way, he gonna want to argue, and that's gonna give him a reason to go by the side bitch. Don't give him a reason to go by the side bitch, because he's gonna be like, yeah, every time Ann come on there, Ann always starting some shit and all that kind of shit. That ain't nobody worrying about Ann and this and that. Well, girl, ask him why he gotta have 2 earrings in his ear. I'm just saying. And then when he lose one of the earrings and can't find the other one, he be acting like him losing him mind. A fashion statement. Oh, it's the fashion statement, all right. A faggot statement. Oh, yeah. It's a fashion statement, all right. It's the faggot statement. Got to be more careful. I'm just saying, girl. I'm just saying. I just want to know. I'm going to go around. I want to ask the men, why is it that they put 2 earrings in their ear? And I just want to know the answer. I want a man to tell me why. And I want him to tell me when he look in the mirror and he got 2 earrings in his ear, what do he see? Do he see a man or a woman? Because, yeah, it's a fashion statement. It's given cute. That's the kind of statement it's given cute. It's given, I'm a little cuter than you, bitch. I'm just saying. I ain't the one of gospel, but it's giving cute. And y'all don't want to accept it. But girl, go ask them. When y'all be like, and then some of them have the nerve to want to sleep with the 2 earrings in the ear every fucking day. Do you not know that you're supposed to take the earrings out and clean them. And girl, you better not put your lips on his ear with a hole that's smelling like shit. I'm just saying. Because if you keep the earring in long enough, it's gonna be black in a hole in the earring, and the earring is gonna be black, and it's gonna smell like your neighbor when you don't clean. When you don't flip your neighbor out and clean that dirt inside of your neighbor, that's exactly how your ear smell. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, it's giving cute to me. It's giving cute. It's giving, y'all missing all the signs. Y'all missing all the signs. So I'm trying to give y'all a little game now. It's giving cute. So him right there, that's about to get mad with you and was trying to find a reason. Oh, the left ear, if you did time. Oh, so King over here said on TikTok said the left ear mean. Now where you got that from, King? The King on TikTok, y'all said if it's in the left ear, that means you did time. So if it's in the right ear, that means somebody went in your behind. Woo! So if it's in the right and the left ear, if it's the left ear, that means you did time. If it's in the right ear, that means somebody went in your behind. Oh, wait, King said on TikTok, he said if it's Goldie said if it's in your left ear, you did time. If it's in your right ear, you got a body. You know what? The Fed is coming for y'all. The Feds and the marshals. Now, why you didn't give them the game? So y'all, if we see a man he got, that means he did time. Run, bitch, and run fast from him. That means he been in jail. I don't know what state he in, but this what King over here said. So you mean to tell me, King, if they got the earring in the left ear, that mean they did time. If they got the earring in the right ear, that mean they got bodies. You know what? Girl, y'all better run fucking fast. Girl, y'all better run. All right, Golden. Girl, y'all better run and run fast. These bitches got an earring because they're in jail on the right side. And then they got an earring, an earring on the left side if they've been in jail. An earring on the right side if they got bodies. So if we see 2 earrings, that means, bitch, we need to run and run fast. Wow. See how we learn shit? See how we learn shit every day. Every day. So King, you gonna have us looking at niggas with 2 earring Negroes with 2 earrings in their ear. We gonna be looking at them and we gonna be feeling some kind of way. But I know somebody that got 2 earrings in their ear and they ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody. So that means we're gonna have a lot of them lying in New Orleans because one of them gonna put ears. And so if they just got 1 earring in the left ear, that means he been in jail. That means I'm gonna roll so fucking fast from him. If I see one with 1 earring on the right side, I'm running from him. But even if I saw him with 2 earrings, I'm gonna roll even faster. I'm gonna get the fuck. And I ain't gonna look back. So where you live at, King? Oh, so that means King say, y'all know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an ex-jailbird, and you're dealing with an ex want to have bodies on his hand. Now, you know everybody that have the right earring on and the left earring, that don't mean they got no bodies on their hand. That mean they perpetrating a fraud. And so that means we're going to see more men with earrings because the left mean he been in jail and the right mean he got bodies. Oh, wow. The Feds, not a Fed, no. I didn't know. Now they gonna be looking at all that. Boy, I saw something on Instagram earlier today that my little brother said. I said, now you know my little brother gotta stop. Y'all, if y'all see anything that my little brother said, don't pay my brother no mind. My little brother said something on Instagram, and I was like, now, if people take my little brother serious for what he said, y'all gotta be delusional. My little brother said some shit, and I was like, I know he just didn't say that on social media. But by me knowing my little brother, my little brother don't mean no harm, and he be saying some shit. He don't even think before he says shit. But y'all gotta realize my brother was in jail for 27 years, and he was in the cell 23 hours and out the cell 1 hour a day sometimes. He stood more on lockdown than he stood free in the jail. And no, he don't have no earrings in neither one of his ears. Clock that T. Clock that T. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all just don't know. I really enjoyed y'all. And King, I'm so glad. Straight out the Ville, yeah. I really enjoyed you, King. I really enjoyed the people on TikTok. They show love. I see the hearts and I see all the little gifts and stuff. Unlike them on Instagram. That's why y'all look them. I've been cheating on y'all. I've been going on Instagram. I've been going on YouTube, and I've been going on Facebook. I put y'all down the last time y'all made me mad on TikTok when I was playing my music. So now I'm picking y'all back up, and by y'all showing me love out here on TikTok, I will be back tomorrow. They in time out on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna keep them in time out. You know why they in time out? Because when I come on a Monday and Key Carol come on the same time as me, they fucking leave me. So guess what? They gotta pay for it, leaving me. Clock that T. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They'll be back. Whenever I start being messy, they'll be back. But right now I'm on some real type shit. And we just learned something today about the earrings. And ladies, don't forget about the resume. Don't forget I told y'all about the resume. It's 9 o'clock. It's my time to get off of here. And I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. But girl, him by you, that's him. Queen, cat, that's him. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. But my YouTube channel is I Am Ann Mays. My mama birthday is Friday. My mother is making 79 years old. I will be going out of town. And we let me get a little water because I'm losing my breath. I will be going out of town on Friday. But I will be showing y'all where I'm at when I get to where I'm going. Somebody on here want to know where I'm going. I will show you where I'm at when I get to where I'm going. But I will see y'all tomorrow. I will see y'all Thursday. And on Friday, I'm going to come early before I aboard the plane. First class is. So I love y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all, queens and king. Thank y'all on TikTok for the love and the support. Thank y'all for the hearts and the gifts. I love y'all. Thank y'all for interacting, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. Kisses. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how you do that. Thank y'all on Facebook for not. No, I can't say that. Thank y'all for showing the love because y'all did show love. Thank y'all for interacting, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all on YouTube. I love y'all. I love y'all, Gigi. I love you, Wanda, Mom. I love you, Angie. I love you, Sandra. I love each and every one of y'all, kings and queens. If I didn't see your name on here, I don't see it. Angie, I love all of y'all. Y'all support me every day. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And guess what? I really enjoyed this live today. Make sure y'all share it with somebody that needs to hear it. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, kings and queens. Y'all be blessed.